I will say, though, I'm getting kind of cheesed off at mid-September. Like, I go outside with my daughter, and I'm like, yo, I could wear like a long sleeve shirt in this weather. And then like one cloud moves like 6 inches, and all of a sudden it's 30 degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit, because we use the base system here. And then I got to take my long sleeve shirt off, otherwise I got sweat dripping down my back. I promise I can speak English, okay? So I guess the best time is when the weather is at least relatively consistent throughout the day. I don't mind a summer day that's 27. You leave your house, it's 27 degrees Celsius. You wear a t-shirt and shorts. You come home later at night with a t-shirt and shorts. I don't mind October. You go outside in a hoodie, you come home in a hoodie. But like this awkward kind of like transitory period where you gotta, maybe like bring a sweater in your car or something, like, it's okay, but like, anyway, we're doing some Slay the Spire. Let's grind a little bit here. We won our last run, remember that? Here we go. Fahrenheit's better than Celsius. Why? Because 100 is hot and 0 is cold. Yeah, well, in Celsius, 0 is cold too, and 30 is hot. What makes 100 like a... Because it's not a 0 to 100 scale. If it only went to 100 and it was like, damn, it's 100. That's 100% hot. I would be like, that's respectable. But this shit goes to like number not defined. Some days you'll walk outside and you'll be like, oh shit, it's like 113 today. And you'll be like, 0, that's fucking cold. But yeah, sometimes that shit goes down to like negative 30 Fahrenheit, man. Like, that doesn't make any sense. They're both arbitrary. What about Kelvin? Well, Celsius is just Kelvin, man. It's just bit shifted Kelvin. Fahrenheit's got the nonsense, multiply it by 9, divide it by 5, add 32, double it, and give it to the next guy nonsense, man. I'm going to choose... Wait, okay. In the Slay the Spire... Good Slay the Spire players really rate gaining 250 gold early, right? They say it's like the best event that you could take. I'm not glazing 7 max HP that much, but I might underrate the effect of 250 gold. Gold is Pog. All right. Now, when you... I guess, like in Slay the Spire, one of the things that makes it great is that everything is dependent. But is the idea that you take the gold early and use that at a shop early? Like, prioritize pathing to one of the earliest shops? Yes. All right. All right. So if you're a YouTube viewer, I know there might be a temptation to be like, oh, my bespoke YouTube content. But really, this is a great opportunity for us to get like for me, to get some live coaching as well, which should make the YouTube content better. That's how I'm choosing to think about it. Empty Fist, kind of a goated damage card, I think. Hi, YouTube. Feel like I kind of underrate shops. I'm not the be-all, end-all of Slay the Spire strategy. But I feel like the more you play the game, the better shops are. Because when you don't know what you're looking for, I think the tendency is just to buy like the most expensive good relic that you can afford at a shop, which can work well, but like... when you're better at the game and you know like exactly what cards you're looking for or exactly what relics you're looking for, like that makes the shops like high tier. In my opinion, at least. I mean, Simmering Fear is good, but Fear No Evil. Give me the damage early. 385 gold. Not a great time to duplicate a card, but I appreciate the offer. It's a great time to get easier elites, and then like Cloak Clasp probably fits in better later if we have like a swag, or what's the card called that costs 1 and draws like your whole hand, or it draws till your hand is full. Then we definitely take Preserved Insect. Scrawl, it's not called swag. Yes, that's right, swag, I mean scrawl. Honestly, I'm just gonna take a finesse. I'm not gonna let the timekeeper like ruin my life. What if we fight the timekeeper? That's in like 20 years, man. I'll worry about that when I'm 54 years old. Let's give you a little Chicka Cherry Cola. I prefer not taking damage. I'm a different kind of beast. It's time eater, not timekeeper. Bum squeezing, it's the season. Just say so appealing. Hey, Halkengard, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. I'm gonna go max HP +5, even though it's kind of the coward's way out on that one. Possibly we'll want 4 energy next turn. He is tiny. He's a tiny lad, no doubt about that. Huge. Wow, you basically got owned to the extreme. Like, that's pretty embarrassing for you, because you're supposed to be, like, a little bit more of a scary guy. Oddly smooth stone early, we take those. Honestly, I'm a crush joints guy. A way to put some vulnerability, having one of those in the deck early goes insane. I think. Can I tell you something about the Watcher? And I'm on Ascension 11, right? So I'm, like, probably a quarter of the way through learning the character. The Watcher, in my opinion, as of right now, the mental model I have right now, the character for whom rares are the least valuable. I'm not saying there's not amazing rares. Vault is like an auto take. Ex Machina, really good. But so many of the rares are like, you need to have built something around it to make the rare work, or you need to take the rare and then build around it afterwards to make it work. I feel like the commons and the uncommons are, yeah, less awkward. Less awkward is a great way to describe it. What about Ironclad? Hello? Demon Form? Barricade? Corruption? You're pogging out of your gourd, man! I haven't played the Watcher in a while, though. Or, sorry, the Ironclad in a while. I think we skip the shop. Take the early elite. Demon Form is ass. Silence. Silence blocker. An attacker is speaking. I'm going to place a bet that we're exiting stance next turn anyway. And I'm not going to enter calm. I'd like to get some extra damage. Maybe we can get 2 of these dudes killed. Well. We cannot get 2 of these dudes killed, but okay. Even Brutality is good. I don't even remember Brutality. I'm Doug Butabi, he's Steve Butabi. Are you guys brothers? No. Yes! Oh, man. Lose 1 HP, draw a card. Oh, that's right. Well, gotta slow play him a little. Omniscience is goated. I like Omniscience. The only thing is, I feel like you almost have to have a rare in the deck in order to get it to pop. Because, like, otherwise you're like, what am I really going to target with Omniscience? I guess, like, maybe I'm limiting myself. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I'm not thinking about situations where, like, being able to play 2 Eruptions or something would do enough damage to kill something. But, like, I feel like you need, like, a good power or a rare, like, wish to make it work, but... I mean... I'm not going to take a second Empty Fist. I kind of like a Protect, I guess. Maybe I'm adding blocks too early, but... I'm a guy like that. Okay, Ceramic Fish. Pretty early. We should go in on this one, man. Oh! That's crazy. Yeah! Brother, I would love to find some fucking loot. Fucking go for it, bud. I almost never go in on this event, so this is it's a little spooky for a guy like me, but... Kind of hate to see it, but whatever. You skipped a potion? That is true. I do, if we're being honest, I do just be clicking stuff sometimes. That's a bad habit. Sometimes, I have some, if I don't take something in like 1 second, I definitely do, talk myself into a distracted state. Oftentimes. Like, I often occasionally, I don't know if that, I guess that's a oxymoron. I will occasionally talk about the boss relic that I want to take for like 2 minutes on a YouTube video and then hit skip, thinking that it's just gonna like, I don't even know, just basically going on mental autopilot. But it happens all the time. Anyway, that was a great fight. You can't have the mango, except I can have the mango. This is an amazing choice, man. These are all incredible cards. I'm gonna keep it simple and go talk to the hand, I think. But those are all great. Those are all fantastic. Mental Fortress it's an amazing card. I don't know. I just think I've gone a little. I bought too far into the idea that you should always be taking stance cards and then filled my deck with too much garbage on many runs and lost as a result of it. I've been trying to keep a more elegant sort of deck. I don't know. That's about all I got. That's my philosophy. But very demure. Yeah, very demure, very mindful. We still saying that? Things move very fast these days. Sure. It's a beautiful setup. It's trademarked now. I'm not really worried about all that, to be honest with you. You can literally go infinite with it. Yeah, but like, don't you kind of get sick of that? You're like, you know, it's like playing Isaac and then, you know, Brimstone shows up and you're like, oh, Brimstone. But then I guess pretty much did take Brimstone every single time. So maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I think we should maybe go, well, whatever. Just hit him where it hurts first. Then pop something like that. Something like that. Playing many cards feels good. That's true, but I also feel like there's like a sweet spot sometimes where like if you have to play so many cards that it doesn't matter what cards you're playing, you kind of get bored and then slip into like brain rot, and then when you fight like the spaghetti monster, you end up getting hit for like 57 or adding a curse to your deck or something like that. I like a tight one where there's like an order of operations and a flow chart. And you can keep the elements like in your head as you do it. If I'm being honest, I don't really think we need a Sands of Time. Halt is pretty good. I could be persuaded to add a halt, I suppose. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We need better cards, because like the stuff that I'm upgrading right now is like not that spectacular. Huge. Huge. Worst card to upgrade IMO? Really? You think upgrading a strike would have been better? Kind of a silly assertion in my opinion, but what do I know? Weak potion? Honestly, I mean, maybe, but I'm not sure he needs it, man. Well, I guess he's probably going to give us a potion anyway. Why not? Why not? Smoke him if you got him. I really would like you to be vulnerable. I don't know if it's worth using a fucking... I think you don't play the wallop. You play defend, then crush joints to get the vulnerability. We don't have any high damage cards, so we rely on that vulnerability plus the wrath state to really help us out. He's not looking too good though. The rat state? Oh, you mean New York? Probably. Because they have a lot of them, I think. I mean, brother, it's... I could exit Wrath, but like, what's the point in exiting Wrath? I'd rather not exit Wrath, bro. We already have enough block. Let's just kill you next turn. I don't... Ah! Nah, we're fucking chill like that. We don't give it to her now. I really like Brilliance if you get it from the boss, like the swap at the start of the game. Wish, hey. Dad fixed the Minecraft server. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. This one kind of screws me up. These are not the rares I'm looking for, in my opinion. I think Conjure Blade might be it because we're looking for an attack that does a lot of damage. So I think I go Conjure Blade. I'm not in love with it. I do love having gold. Busted, I mean, I think Busted Crown, who the fuck am I? But I think Busted Crown is a little underrated. But Pure Water is pretty good too. Although oftentimes I have my hand like too full of shit. But we don't have any like retained cards except for Miracles and Protect. So I think you get the Miracles. You use the Miracles to create a Legendary Expunger. And then hopefully like go into Wrath and, you know, Drax them Scounced. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. And we, in my opinion, as spicy as it is, we should probably be elite farming. Because we have the Preserved Insect. That's my 2 cents right now. I'm a simple man, honestly. I'm not playing anything that's adding dazes to my deck unless I absolutely have to. Now this is gonna suck ass. Probably a good time for a flex potion, but thanks to Talk to the Hand, that's not that bad. This is pretty bad. Should have played a little faster. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. You just gotta give it a minute. This is a big one for a guy like me. That could have been worse, all things considered. Wheel Kick is nice for the damage and the draw. And you know what? We are stance dancing a touch, so why not? I mean... If I Erupt... Oh, you're going to do 24. This will give us 14. We get there? And we're in the double damage state. You have the concept of a good Watcher deck. I get that it's a debate-based meme, but I take it as a compliment for sure. It's not going to make the best wallop, but it does allow us to play more cards, which is like good in and of itself. I'm too dumb to play Watcher. That's the thing that fucks with me, is that it feels like it's like the hardest character, but it's obviously actually the easiest character. The vulnerability plus the Conjure Blade may actually allow us to kill you next turn. Like, everyone talks about the Watcher like it's automatic wins, but, like, I don't know, I guess I'm... You're still learning, right? Another, I don't know if everybody else... Why not, man? I don't know if everybody else has, like, the same experience as me, but I played, like, 500 hours of the Ironclad and the Silent before they even added the defect. And then I played, like, I don't know, 300 hours of the defect, and then I played, like, 8 hours of the Watcher. So there's a huge, like, experience gap for me that I'm trying to make up for. I'll just obtain a relic. Not my favorite. With no healing, I don't really want to get jaxed. I think it's an opportunity for us to transform a strike and a defense. Empty body, empty... Dude, I think that's kind of sick, man. I think that's kind of sick. And then... If I could start... What do I want to start with? Oh, there's a chemical X. I wasn't even looking. Thank you, Chad. Thank you. I do like chemical X, Oma Mori, because Oma Mori allows you to be way more aggressive on the question marks. But then I also think that, like, removing our base cards is important. Because especially when we need our cards to, like, do something like attack, draw, or block, and also augment our stance a little, drawing the strikes and the defense is close to a dead draw. So I think I could be swayed. And we've been kind of struggling on the hallway fights a little bit. People aren't gonna like this, but it's a learning experience, okay? We rest first so that maybe we don't have to rest later. Well, an Eruption Conclude does kind of go crazy. Adding in a free vault makes it kind of a no-brainer. Order. Oh, you thought? You thought? Thought I was what? Dead? Like my partner you just threw off the cliff? Yo, but give me my conclude back. There's like an order to this shit, but I gotta... We could use... We could really use a Wrath enabler, like a second Wrath enabler. Just stall on that thing. I guess we got Chemical X. I should have just miracled and played it. But you know, it's a learning lesson. It's a learning experience for the likes of us. Good fight, though. And we only used one motherfucking potion, which is pretty solid. I think that's a skip. Even with the upgraded wallop, I think that's a skip. And this is probably... I mean, a vault is like a... I'm sorry, I wanted to remove a defend, but a vault is like a crazy pull, I think. If only I could, like, stop drawing conclude on the same turn. I'd be loving every minute of it, Jerry. I almost feel like you might play conclude and save vault on this one. We can put up 14 block. I can't kill you, which is... You know what? It's such a... It's kind of like a puss way to live your life, but... I think that's the play. Save the vault for like a more productive turn. Conjure me? I'm willing to do it. You vigilance, empty your mind. Sorry, when you said this isn't the 90s anymore, I fell down an Austin Powers hole in my head. This is the 90s, Austin. Condoms aren't just for sailors anymore. Well, they should, the dirty bastards. They go from port to port. It's probably worth killing you. Takes 2 attacks, which is kind of annoying. Like this is a bit annoying. We're doing 18, 20. You know what? You know what? You forced my frickin' hand. Tomo's head is looking huge. Yeah, he's been mewing, I think, like in his downtime or whatever. What do people say these days? Meowing. That's true. That's true. That's pretty true. I think more draw is always worth it. We do not have any... I don't know, man. Here's the deal, brother. I don't think we do it. I think instead we fight an elite. Because it's like a 15... I'm a leave chooser on this one. Sorry. Way of the world. Brilliant. Give me a power potion. Nilrees, though. Nilrees for me is like the epitome of like is good but feels bad. NL skipping book relics, some of the best in the game for a shit elite relic. NL dying to the boss because he upgraded, which is the optimum decision, instead of resting, which would have kept him alive. Well, you made all the right choices. Sometimes you make the right decisions and they don't just pan out, brother. That's just how she goes. So let me think about this for a second here. When you get 14 block and probably kill you off of a motherfucker like this. You probably can't double up on a conclude, right? Because I'm assuming the first conclude will prevent the second one from going. That is correct. Yes, ... I'm going to double up on eruption then. Actually puts us in like a goated position. Look at that. Oh, you're dead. Pantograph. Very interesting. You know what? This is a perfect time for a mental fortress, I think. 75 gold to cut a defend. Sounds great for a guy like me. Basically free upgrade. Let's go mental fortress on it. Mental fortress also heals us for 2. Hey, NL, you ever have an Nanaimo bar? Yerp. Yerp, I have. I'm not a big believer in Canadian cuisine. Let me caution first. Poutine tastes really good. It's the other and tortillere is good, but like people don't like it when I glaze Quebec always. But Canadian cuisine is largely carried by the province of Quebec. Tortillere, poutine, Montreal bagels, Montreal like smoked meat sandwiches, stuff like that. A lot of the other stuff, like the British-inspired Canadian food that's emblematic of Canadian cuisine, I don't mess with that much. Like a butter tart, for example. I'm not an enormous fan, but Nanaimo bars go pretty hard. I feel like Nanaimo bars are the exception. And I'm not even a dessert guy, but if I went to a restaurant and they had a Nanaimo bar on the menu for dessert, I would be tempted to order it, for sure. I mean, Vigilance Empty Body is a combo. It costs us 1 for like 24 block, but it doesn't give us anything because we don't need 24 blocks. So I think I'd rather just play the power that is like sustaining our entire life. And we could start to go off on you on this turn, but it really depends how much you put value on a Conjure Blade, because we could save our miracles for the Conjure Blade. But I could also go like bam, bam, bam. Like Vigilance or... But why am I playing... No, you don't need to, because why am I playing my Vigilances? You don't need to play your Vigilances on this turn. It's not necessary. Obviously, you need this. and then we want to enter Calm, and then we want to draw, and then we want to exit Calm. And we're going to finish this off with a conclude. It is kind of a slow burn, though. Actually, you know what? Maybe that Deva Form kind of changes the game for a guy like me. I think you need to talk to the hand again. Draw of the Century, they're calling it. The Draw of the Century. We're going to draw Conjure and Wallop. I'm just going to play the vault. When in doubt, play the vault. Talk to the hand was a power move in the 3rd grade. I'm being like completely sincere when I say this. Almost nothing felt worse in like elementary school than someone saying no shit Sherlock. Like you thought you came up with some kind of like relevant observation that gave insight to people that they may not have derived themselves, and then they hit you with a, yeah, everybody knew that already. In fact, it was so obvious, nobody felt the need to say it. That one stings, man. You thought you were like Prometheus coming back with some fire or something like that, and they were like, we've been cooking for years, man. If I get kills. We don't necessarily need to play Conjure Blade on this turn, because it'll go harder when if we have better options, it'll go harder when we got something more energy from Deva Form. So I'm literally hitting you with like the I'm a different kind of beast. I'm gonna burn a miracle on it, man. You're doing 25. I'll simmer on that. I'll simmer on it. Now we're cooking. Erupt. Empty. Vigilance. Empty. That's what it's all about. I'm looking up Canadian cuisine. Can you tell me about Japadog? I looked up Canadian cuisine. I probably look it up once a year on Wikipedia. I was happy to see Japadog has made the list. Rare food trends that I think actually has demonstrated having some staying power. I mean, this is a beautiful expunger. Disgusting. Erupt. Wallop. We have so much energy to work with now. Empty fist. Vigilance. Empty mind. Empty body? I don't know. I can't say body without thinking of that fake Jordan Peterson video where the guy is trying to answer his security question and it asks him who his first friend was or his best friend was as a child, and he, my friend? Before I even knew anybody, I guess my friend was my body? Gets me every time, man. Yeah, it's Japanese hot dogs, man, and they're good. How did you must have had that on the spreadsheet for like a year waiting for me to bring it up. But good on you, because you knew that it was going to happen one day. Is it true? He knows. When I saw it, I was just like waiting for an opportunity to bring it up. But first I had to wait for like half of my audience to realize that he was a charlatan. And there were some periods like 2015, 2016 where people were like, he's got some good ideas. So like we had to, had to ride that one out. But then like eventually we all more or less got on the same page. And but that was, you bought low and you sold high on that one. Don't sweat it. It happens. It happens. They're calling it the worst wallop ever made. He was kind of cooking when he said that people should clean their rooms, though. That's like... I mean, have you seen some people on this website? I don't know about the rest of it, but... Now, we kind of got carried... by Deva Form? So maybe we should just take Deva Form. It costing 3 is kind of a pain in the ass, but like... I think Deva Form was the way on that one, for sure. How's your desk looking? I'll be honest with you. Box of tissues, Korean skincare, like calming water pads. So midway through the day, you don't want to wash your face. You just like wipe one of those on it. Liquid IV from the bike ride this morning that I was like, I'm going to finish it, but then I haven't finished it. My kid brought down a little Frankenstein Halloween thing with like a bunch of dice and like little figurines and stuff in it. Glass of water, diesel jeans. The protein shake I finished this morning. Did I say 2 controllers? A diptyque coffee candle. Still got it. Should light it one of these days, see what it really smells like. That's basically it, man. It's pretty good. Water, liquid IV, and a protein shake. I know, that's why I get mad when hydroids are like, you should drink more water. I'm like, I can't, man. I'll explode. We're not taking Dome, so we're taking Bell. Because we only have... Well, I mean, I guess we could fuck up like 2 strikes and a defend, but like 3 relics is kind of sick. These are really good. Has Meal Ticket always healed 15? I thought it healed 7. I mean, Incense Burner is crazy. Horncleat is crazy. It's always healed 15? Wow, that's insane, man. Alright, let's just fucking do whatever, I guess. People who take Dome, explain yourself. I think it's actually, like, amazing, right? You need to do that. I know we have a vault, but like in order for vault to work, you need to invest in the turn. And I think this is our investment. I know that typically we're gonna use the miracles to get out of Fat Conjure Blade, but I think on a hallway fight we don't need to. Doesn't have to be done. We want to play everything, so we won't get the vulnerability out there, but it's okay. Life goes on. That's the way I look at Dome. Because I see people saying you have to memorize all the attack patterns. I don't think that's true. I think the best way to use Dome is when it doesn't matter what the opponent does. Like basically, like every single turn, if you're generating lots of block and a decent amount of attack, and you don't even need to worry about what the opponent does, then you're like, oh, extra energy is just gas. Beautiful, beautiful. And you know what? Why not? It guarantees we draw lethal, probably. It's a funny way to look at a guarantee, but I do think we want a Simmering Fury, especially upgraded. You can take my Finesse. It stings a little bit, but you can take my Finesse. You can also take my Defend. Meal Ticket was 7 heal until 2018. I knew it, man! I knew it! That was 6 years ago. I know, but that's what I was playing, man. That's when I anchored all this shit. You'll learn one day, because you'll be like, that'll never happen to me. And then your kid will come home with like, oh, they got a 70 on their math assignment, because instead of just writing like 8 plus 1 equals 9, they didn't do the Common Core where you write out that like 8 is actually 8 ones, And then if you add another 1 to a sequence of 8 ones and then count the number of ones in the sequence, it equals 9. Don't call me a breeder. Unless you want to talk about... What's her name? Kim Deal? That should be in Bandle. You know what I'm talking about? That's Cannonball by the Breeders. Many of you won't, and that's the saddest part of all. That's the bass line, not the vocals? Yeah? What's your point? They're calling it the worst turn ever made? Don't worry, it can get worse. Whatever. We take 6. We take 8. Whatever. Whatever. Sorry, NL. I'm too type A to watch you play this. What are you... We're fucking crushing it, man. What are you talking about? Don't be shy. Post your stats in the chat. Post your total playtime and how many A20 victories on the heart you've got as the defect. I don't mind if you're a type A and you've done the fucking work in the trenches yourself, but if you're a type A just because you watched like a lot of good people play the game, that's stolen valor, my friend. That's stolen valor. I didn't say get a life. Goggy said get a life. I didn't say that. A0, 10% win rate. You gotta pump those numbers up. That's pretty embarrassing. They're not my favorite relics, to be honest. I understand Vira with Expunger it's something. It's something, but I'm like, honestly, I feel like you just cut a motherfucking strike out of the deck. Just not that impressed. It's actually pronounced Vera. Yeah, maybe in Nerd Town, Population U. Or like Greece or wherever they invented that word. But I choose to not believe that it's a real word, to be honest. So I don't put any riz on it. Let me study it for a second here. I think we definitely... We don't have to play Mental Fortress. It's a nice to play in this deck. I don't think it's a need to play. We need to generate some block. And then we can play a pretty good Conjure Blade, which will also go crazy with 1 to 2 talk to the hands. What the frick did I tell you, man? What the frick did I tell you? I mean, this is like a... Wait, no, yeah, this is your intangible turn, but like... So be it. Me with every deck I've ever played. Man, Caltrops will go crazy right now. You're cooked, right? Yeah, you're cooked 10 times over. The boot, you're right, the boot was popping, man. No. The boot was doing some incredible work. I didn't know Deva Form was ethereal. That actually might be the sort of thing that I'd... Means a lot for a guy like me. Vault also, because we haven't taken an energy relic, really. I guess we got the miracles, though, so... Do you understand and recognize miracles? Fokker? Imagine Meet the Parents, but Robert De Niro's a juggalo. Do you recognize and understand miracles, Fokker? You know how magnets work, Fokker? And I don't want to talk to a scientist. What do you think's the best line from Meet the Parents? Nobody asked, but I want to talk about it. Great question. When Ben Stiller goes into the pharmacy and says, "Hey, is this all the champagne you guys have got?" And then the guy goes, "Yeah, it's Mum's." And then he goes, "Don't you have anything nice? Like maybe like $100 bottle of champagne?" And he goes, "I guess you could buy a bunch of Mum's." That's a classic line. I've got nipples, would you milk me? I don't remember that one. I don't recall that one. I'll take your word for it. I don't think you would lie about something like that, but I don't remember that one from the movie. It doesn't. It sounds like something kind of beneath this level of cerebricity that that you get in a movie like that. I'll mental my fortress. Any day of the week, I'll mental my fortress. Pop one of those bad boys in it. We don't have to play a vault this turn because we already clear you. We can save a vault and we'll be happy to draw it later. His name was Gaylord Fokker. Yeah, do you have like a problem with that? Because like in the 90s, we didn't have a problem with that. So I'm kind of surprised that you have I guess it came out 2000. Like maybe like winter 2000, but it's kind of like we didn't have a problem with it back then. It's just lazy writing. Bro, Justin has a pharmacist named Gaylord O. Panis, okay? Like this kind of shit happens in real life. Maybe Meet the Parents is just a little bit too real for you. Like maybe you'd be more at home watching like Aragon or something like that, okay? That's a movie that takes place in the real world. If you can't handle that, then I mean, I don't know what you can handle at that point. I don't know what you can handle at that point. Is it top 10 De Niro of all time? It actually probably is, because he's been in like a staggering amount of total garbage. Deceive reality. Oh, we don't need it. We have so much block from Talk to the Hand. Like, obviously I was putting on airs, but Meet the Parents is it's underrated. Because it's, I don't know, like, they don't make comedies anymore, really? They don't make too many comedies anymore? They were cooking with that one. Everyone in that movie was at the top of the game. You know, they were at the top of their game. Now, no, I'm not saying because of woke, I'm saying because of, like, studio dynamics. Because they got to pay Ben Stiller like $60 million to be the lead in the movie, but if it comes out in theaters, it's going to make like $35 million. Like, because people don't go to the theater anymore unless it's superhero stuff. But like, I'm just saying that they were popping. People look at it like it's boomer humor, but it's not boomer humor. It's just not like edgy. And I like edgy comedy, don't get me wrong. We were talking about Jackass earlier, but I think I'm going in. Wait, why? Yeah, go in. This is a good turn to go in on. It's a good turn to do this on. Were you a fan of There's Something About Mary? I was indeed. I'll hit you with something crazy right off the bat. They're calling it the worst vault in the history of gaming. It was a horrendous vault, brother. It's an absolutely god-awful vault. Youch! What are we drawing here? We're drawing... Okay, this time... I feel very good about playing an Eruption and then playing Distilled Chaos, because we have a Conclude in our hand. Obviously, you gotta go. 2 energy remains. Sorry, Deva Form. They really do be like that sometimes. Yeah, okay. I feel like I need to crush your joints. We played a Mental Fortress, so that's a big one. Turns out it sucks to not have those Talk to the Hands out there, huh? Oh well, it's not that bad. Please don't objectify my Reptomancer. Yep, that's loot RP of my comfort character. got you next turn. Hopefully. Otherwise, we're... Oh, yeah, you're screwed. You're screwed. It's over for you. Chill, bro. Chill. Chill. Not that great on Dono Deca, but... It's nice to have like 15 relics, huh? It's called an old folks home. You gotta respect Yelnats, just for the love of the game, man. So here's what I'm thinking. Next turn we're going off. Lots of ways to not take damage next turn. Play your Conjure Blade, Miracle, and then Simmering Fury. So you enter Wrath next turn. Smack him, and then it's over. Allegedly. You're really gonna make me... There you go. Can't believe it. Okay, you're kind of a piece of garbage. You're kind of the type of beast we want to be very careful about. This is not necessarily Expunger's time to shine. Now this is a beautiful thing. Next turn we're taking nothing. Or 1 at worst. We would like to exit our stance. Yars. Now you're doing 32. Talk to the Hand is something. Wallop is something. Deva Form is unlikely to be played. Talk to the Hand is a nice little bit of value here. And then I feel like you take the opportunity to Miracle into the Vulnerability, and the Vulnerability will help you out the turn after this one. I don't really see a need to vault. I still see no need to vault. Oh, Doyle rules? Now we're talking. Yes. Yes, dude. He does. That's the other thing about the movie nobody talks about, is that they like say that, but then he like backs it up, man. Well, maybe they drive a bus off a cliff or something. I can't remember. Maybe they don't rule. This one's gonna sting. I don't know. There's nothing you can really say about it. This one's just gonna sting, man. I'm just saying you probably need to prioritize Deva Form more. We don't do that here. We do specific feedback here. We don't do like you don't have anything specific to say, so instead you just hit me with like a generalized piece of advice that, you know, is impossible to necessarily integrate easily. Like on turn 1, you would have been better off playing Deva Form. That's something. That's a good one. Always take cut. That's a great piece of advice. That one I can't dispute. I can't disagree with it. Can't argue with it. We're not entering... Oh, but we have a lot of block next turn, which makes it a good turn to be in Wrath. And I front load the damage that you take, use the miracles for something more productive, like a free Deva Form, for example. See, that's how I would have done it. Talk to the Hand is going to be kind of ass here. But we didn't draw it for the record, but I think if you just yeet that out there, you could always yeet a vault. We could also Vigilance, Empty Fists, play some cards, save a vault for later. Because I mean, I guess we're getting 1 extra energy out of the Deva. Saving the miracles for a better Conjure Blade. I don't know, here's the deal. Playing cards is kind of fun too. To do this first. Exit the stance. Otherwise we won't have the energy to do what I want to do. Now you're doing 30? Doesn't really bother a guy like me. Hawk 2 of the hand, as they say. This might be like your granddad's way of playing Slay the Spire. You might just play like all of your block cards. I'll burn a Talk to the hand because we want to make you vulnerable and kill you and then the fight's over. This might be tough though. A crazy Conjure Blade. Help! Help me! Why am I attacking you, man? You're not supposed to attack. You're supposed to attack Hugh. Homelander on The Boys probably be like, I don't know, I only watched season 1. So true. Me when something is false. I know what you're talking about. We're gonna lose, man. Maybe. It's not looking great. We do have 10 energy, though. I guess that's kind of sick. Maybe we're chill? Holy cow. Sweet. Okay. Still nasty? No, because we got because we're chilling, actually. Never mind. Next turn, we can definitely enter vulnerability. Unless we were... If we play wheel kick, we can't be certain of it. But we have to play wheel kick, otherwise this turn is kind of like a big waste. No, because next turn he doesn't attack. Yeah, so we go in. And we have 2 turns from whence to kill him. Go ahead. Go ahead. Get him. Vigilance. Erupt. Hit him. Erupt. Hit him. Strike him. Strike him. Conclude. No. Flurry of blows. Conclude. We get there. We get there. Oh, that was a little tight at the end, but... 1402 damage. That might be a new high score on this run. What a great game, man. Hey, the Less Evil BP. Less evil than blood pressure. Thank you for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. We put a slash marker. Slay the Spire. I don't know. I'll call it Slay the Spire 1.